Hello, everyone. Hello, 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 hello. I'm excited to have you all here. We're back. It's Getting Started Thursday. That's with AI. And today we have a really special session. But before I get started, I do want to take a moment. Heard about the crash earlier today. So I just want to respect that and have something there. Okay, sorry about that. There was some feedback there. So one of the things we want to talk about in today's session is really going to be around AI and accountability. AI and accountability. What I've noticed is there's a lot of information. I'm doing these every Thursday. I'm sure you've had a ton of newsletters, YouTube videos, Instagrams, TikToks. There's a new AI tool that comes out. It might be multiple per day. There's DeepSeek, the newest kid on the block, coming in at a low weight of 1/27th of the cost of an OpenAI spin up. So you can imagine there's a lot going on in this moment. But what does that mean for you? What does that mean for accountability? Like, how can we take charge of this space? That's a question we're going to talk about today. So, as we do that, first things first, we had this topic start with our Loop Effect newsletter. It's on Tuesdays. I send out the newsletter. So, on Thursdays, if you have questions related to this space, we can actually talk through it and talk through that together. So, in the newsletter, we talked about AI and accountability. And today, we're going to go over in person. I see you in the chat. Isaiah, hello. Kelvin, hello. Cora, hello. It's nice to see you all here. If you have questions, toss them in the chat. I'm paying attention. I'm trying to keep up. But the Loop Effect newsletter, definitely something you want to join into. So today we're going to talk about building AI into your daily workflow. That AI human instance is going to grow where it's at now from 20 so-ish percent to over 30% in the next couple of years. You're going to be using AI in your everyday life. It's going to show up on your apps. It's going to show up on your TV. But for sure, you want to start putting it into your workflow. And one of the ways to do that is to start with your evening. So think about not just starting when you open up your laptop, open up your iPhone. Let's start in the evening together. So how are we going to do that? Well, one, what's the why here? Why should I start at night, Crystal? Like, why do I need to interrupt my nighttime routine to add in AI? And that's a great question. I would have the same question. One, evening routines shape the next day success. And you would hear this from any guru, from Mel Robbins, from Tony Robbins. Anyone's going to tell you the night before is the metric for how your day gets set up. And even for me, sometimes I struggle to go to sleep on time. I'm an entrepreneur. Things are going in your thoughts, but I have the 3-2-1 method. 3 hours before bed, I try not to eat anything, kind of get that fast started. 2 hours before bed, I actually stop working. Whew, that is a hard one. My bedtime is really early, and that's a hard one. And then 1 hour, no screens. So what do you do in that hour with no screens? That's a great question. This is a very small habit change. What I'm going to recommend here doesn't seem like it's going to be AI related. So this is one of those days where like, is this AI related? And the answer is yes. This structure will actually give us more creativity about the next day and kind of give us a way to ramp into it. So hopefully that made sense. If you have any questions about evening routines, throw them in the chat. I'll be looking at evening routines. Or if you have an evening routine, throw that in the chat and I'll be looking. Here's where most of us are sitting today. We just pop open a new AI tool. We see it. We're like, ooh, DeepSeek. Let me log into that. Ooh, this other tool that's supposed to work on my mental health. Oh, this tool that's supposed to build a TikTok reel. Let's go. Opus Clips. You have, like I said, I use Claude. You're gonna have Gemini. You're gonna have just all these tools popping up here and there. Okay, there's no system. We have no system. You're gonna miss opportunities. It's natural. And we're being very reactive. Every new news that we hear about AI, we're just jumping on it. And that's one recipe for being overwhelmed. Reactivity is one recipe for just being overwhelmed. If you want to have a fire drill every day, just live in this reactive space and you will experience that. So that's one of the things we think about. Let's try out what I would say an AI evening routine is. And this is meant to really be something that we do together. So review tomorrow's calendar. I'm going to look through my calendar for tomorrow and see one, it's pretty looking pretty good for me. Think about 2 or 3 tasks. So looked at my calendar. Got it. My friend's coming into town. I got to take my dog to the vet. Got it. What does AI do that? Think about 2 or 3 tasks that AI could help with. And then literally write down some tentative prompts. Remember, there's no phone. So piece of paper and pencil, or if you must, put on your phone notes, but write down a couple of ways that you think, okay, I think I want to use AI for this. Okay, this is part 1. This is really where you put your feet and actually take action here. Okay, the second part, setting up your workspace. Now, some people like to straighten their space at night or right after work. So you can imagine maybe this happens right after you get off of work, or maybe it happens in the evening, depending on if you work from home or if you work from an office space, or if you work outside, you have, an outdoor workspace. But you want to set up your workspace as something kind of trigger you. You want to create the environment. I think, oh man, I'm going to get it wrong. Was it James Clear, Atomic Habits? You build a system to make sure that you're actually not letting yourself devolve into what's comfortable, right? So setting up your workspace is kind of the key. Bookmark your key AI tools. This could be saved as a favorites on your phone. This could be an app that you have. You just need a key AI tools that you're going to use. You have those prompts, you're ready for the night before, but now you have your place to go and it's very easy. And write down what the outcome is. Maybe I don't have to respond to all my emails and I have AI look through them. Maybe I get a meeting agenda done. So think through that bit there. Some simple things we just talked about. Meeting prep. This is a clear winner. Meeting prep is a clear winner. Writing task. Creating content frameworks and making sure, okay, I had to write a newsletter. I kind of know what I want to talk about. I kind of know the elements I want in there. What's the framework for that? Research questions. This is really just for me personally. I love a list of research questions. And this could be researching your car, your next contact lenses or glasses. For me, I'm going to get some glasses prescription put into my Ray-Bans from Meta. And so it's like, okay, what are some of the research questions I should be asking? Should I get that AR lens film or not? These are all things that AI can really help with and just saves a ton of time. Lastly, just making it stick. Like I said, this session is really for you to think about how can we incorporate AI into the everyday workflow. We're just doing the same thing every day, and it just needs to be 15 minutes. That 15 minutes in the evening can just lead to so many wins in your daytime. So try the same time. This is something that I've heard from others, building routine, try the same time. Humans have a very interesting Pavlovian response. So I actually set a bedtime timer. And even if I don't go to bed immediately, the timer reminds me, oh, bed is coming up soon. And whether or not I wanted to, my body starts to be like, I think I'm getting tired. I think I want, my body starts to wind down. But it's even like having that prompt at night and really starts that evening. So that time for me is 9:30 actually. So I had the timer set, 9:30 hit, and I was like, oh, bedtime's coming, great. And then track your wins, whether it's you can ping us a message online, you can post it on social media, you can have it in your notes app, but tracking your wins lets you see the progress because no one can know how well you're doing kind of but you. So this is an important piece here. Just want to make sure that we get the making it stick bit. So plan of action tonight. I want to see if I can get someone to agree that tonight we're going to take 15 minutes and we're going to plan how we're going to use AI tomorrow. So action step, will we be able to take 15 minutes to plan how we're going to use AI tomorrow? Anyone there for that? 15 minutes to plan how you're going to use AI tomorrow. Okay, I'm checking out. Let me check YouTube and see what we're doing over here. Okay, I like it. I'm on it. Thanks, Kelvin. You're on it. Good to hear. Okay, so that's the plan. Very simple. As you know, this is getting started Thursday with AI. The goal here is that we actually make an impact. Cora says, I'm in. I love that. I love seeing the action. Cora, I'm gonna follow up with you. Cora, I'm gonna follow up with you. Okay, so that is it for today. If there's any questions in the chat, let me know. I'll be on for a second longer just to make sure that I can hear the feedback through the chat. Maybe we can paste or publish the loop effect at beehive.com. Feel free to join. Next week, I believe we're getting into some cybersecurity and AI and what you need to know to make sure that you're starting the year out right. Okay, Isaiah said done. That's amazing. Love that. Love that, Isaiah. So this is Crystal Bray, and we're getting started with AI Thursdays. I hope to see you all next week with another session, just making sure that we are really staying on top of it and moving along together. This is our community, and I hope to see you next week. Later.